absolute abundance moment to moment. So I'm open for questions. Whatever you ask me, I will answer. And if it's needed to download or needed to talk to you to the quantum structure, I'm happy to do so. But this is from now on is going to be the platforms. If I get a download specifically to tell everybody the way it was in the beginning, I will download it, and the next webinar I'm going to tell you, and it will be another lecture of some quantum structure or something else. If not, we're going to go to Q&A, and if something comes in, you will be able to interact with me live. That's what I really wanted. So thank you so much. And if you have any questions, please, I'm open for questions. Okay. Jason told me that if you would like to have a question, please open up and raise your hand so Jason can click on you so you can be able to see me and come online. Click on participant and you're gonna pop up online live for any questions. We open for questions. And keep in mind that this is the first time we're doing it. So if there's any, disturbances, please excuse us, but that's the first time we're doing this platform. There's any questions, Jason? You see anything online? No, not yet. Right, everybody.
Hello, my name is Ricky Etchison. I have a question. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you, but I cannot see her.
Oh,
Oh, here you are.
I guess here I am. Oops. Hi, Marina.
Hello.
I was wondering if everyone has to detox.
Oh, very good question. Now, remember when we were talking, first, the hybrids end up telling me the detox protocol. That's how you have it on my website. When you go all the way down, you're going to see the detox protocol is exactly the way they taught me to detox. The reason why we all have to detox is because of the pollution that was given to us through whatever was happening in the planet. We already know what was going on here. So it went into another level into our DNA. And the problem with that was that once the DNA is changed, cannot hold a resonance that is above three-dimensional structure ascension process. So if you wanted to ascend, how are you going to ascend through the parallel realities for fifth-dimensional structure when your body cannot handle it?
Yeah.
Your consciousness may, but the body's got to handle it. Remember I was saying that thoughts and body and the consciousness and body has to be one unit? The reason is because it has to vibrate in order to be able to withhold. If this is 3D and this is 5D, in a five-dimensional structure, the vibrational sequence is much faster. And a 3D could be, for example, like this. That means everything that is vibrating in three-dimensional is much slower, much denser. You exist basically fish on the water. Mm-hmm. That's how it is. But if you go to fifth dimensional in order to see this type of timeline and reality, you have to shift your not only consciousness of understanding, the way we open it, you're talking about this, but you got to bring your body with that. That means you got to detox in the DNA, because then you're going to start shifting and start vibrating and giving the new frequency that are coming from basically the central sun or whatever they call it. Remember, new frequencies were coming in. Well, you have to be able to withhold and transform these new frequencies. In order the body to handle this frequency, your molecule inside your cell has to transform the frequency so you don't get nauseous, don't get sick and stuff like that. Or when it's happening like this more and more, you're going to start resonating, it's going to transform. So very easily, you're going to have transition to five-dimensional structure where all of a sudden your molecules are starting to accept and starting to vibrate in fifth-dimensional structure of a frequency, whatever the vibration is at that time. Remember, that fluctuates. Remember, the whole structure of the consciousness is always fluctuating through realities to infinite probabilities. Mm-hmm. Okay, so it's fundamental to detox. That doesn't mean take your time, get in a protocol of every 2 weeks, you're going to eliminate some kind of a food.
Okay.
Start with the bread, start with the meat, the way I was talking, while you're juicing. Through the videos.
Okay.
Thanks
that sounds good.
Yeah.
So I can start with say the distilled water and doing the frequency with the distilled water.
Yes, the 70 and the 90 hertz.
Yeah.
For everybody, the normal protocol is basically 20 minutes. All of it is 20 minutes. And when it has to be customized, is depending on the person they giving me for how long. But this is the normal protocol for everybody. For 20 minutes. And remember, it's an online tone generator that you do it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I've been healthy, super healthy all my life, a fast healer, good genes. But I had an injury 5 months ago where I crushed my finger. It was a horse accident. And it was healing well for 10 days. And then suddenly there was a flip. And now it's just been always infected. It won't heal. And I'm on a journey already. I thought I was doing really well, and I'm trying to see if it's something that I'm putting out that it's keeping it there, or just trying to see if it's me, or if I should just detox and that'll take care of it. Or
yes, but I see it's structural. Is that you want to change it structural? Is that what you're trying to do?
Yeah, I'm even thinking about maybe if I just try to jump into a different reality. Like I'm starting.
Oh, yes, but that's challenging, because if you have to go through a lesson, you cannot just skip the reality. And I can tell you, if you're going through a lesson, so my suggestion to you is to just accept the situation. Don't fight it, because remember, when you fight it and when you rejected the structure itself. So it's going to come with a vengeance. Because it's mimicking, it's nanoparticle, it's mimicking exactly what you're putting in there.
Yeah.
So imagine, practice now the manifestation protocol. Imagine that you're already healthy. I want you to feel that you're already healthy, but at the same time, you take an action. That could be go to a doctor, look at health. That doesn't mean if you take an action, you don't do anything. You have to take the action, because remember, it's infinite probabilities for manifestation. So you're not going to know how you're going to heal that. You're going to know, could be a doctor to help you through the research. But why do you need to go through the research? Because through the research, you're gaining more knowledge. Mm-hmm. That means the experience now was there because you needed to gather that information. Because what about you can help somebody else?
Yeah.
With all the knowledge. So the journey is fundamental. I don't see that inflammation. I'll see structural. That's what you're trying to do. I didn't see like... what do you call it? Like inflammation type of thing. I see it structural.
Yeah, it looks like there's a
off balance.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So it sounds.
Is it swollen?
Really good. I'm sorry?
Is it swollen?
Sometimes it's swollen. It's always bleeding. It's always an open wound. It's always
it's open wound. Yeah.
There's constant pus coming out. And
yeah, that means it's infected. It's bacterial.
Yeah. But there's also a broken bone inside that's floating around.
That's what I'm saying. I saw structural. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, it sounds...
the bottom of it. You need to get the bone and you need intervention with that. That's what I was telling you is not this. I see structural.
Yeah.
That means was inside.
That sounds so right. You're spot on. Thank you.
All right. Take an action. Don't sit around. Take an action and just do something.
I've been trying to just energetically.
No. That needs an action. That's what I'm saying. Very good lesson here for everybody. That doesn't mean you have to take an action. Remember that, because it's infinite. You don't know if she's going to find the proper doctor. You're going to go and you're going to play hide and seek. I know I have it. I don't know how I have it, but I'm going to try here. I'm going to try here. I'm going to try here to infinite, because you need to just imagine that you healed. But how are you going to get healed? You have no idea. That means you also have to take the action to go to the doctor or do something else. Don't just try to manifest. This is a lesson. If it's a lesson, you can skip it.
I love that. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Good lesson for everybody with this one. That's why I love the interaction, because look how much we learn.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. If anybody wants to talk, please unmute yourself and you're going to come online. Thank you so much for your question. Anybody? Mm-hmm. A lot of people here. Yeah, I know, but they can't start asking questions. Don't be shy. Come on up and talk. We're here, open forum. We can discuss everything. Okay.
I have another one. If nobody's asking.
Is any online? Can we get Vaughn?
Oh, okay.
Hi, Marina. I wanted to ask you, I've been trying to get on the Energy Philanthropy website, and nothing comes up.
It's on. It's on. I checked today. A lot of people sign in today.
Oh, okay. When did it come on?
Couple of days ago.
Oh, okay. I checked
Just
yesterday.
Couple of days ago.
Okay,
we had to postpone it because we needed to fix more stuff in there. And this is just the beginning. So if you have any suggestions for something else, searching some, just tell me, and we're gonna see what we can do. Yeah.
Do you need any help?
I need eventually somebody to run the site as non-profit, but and that's what I'm saying. I'm probably gonna put a PayPal, because if there's a lot of people, we have to pay for the server. Yeah, somebody's got to handle the site.
But just assistance with any kind of component.
Answers and stuff like this, so everybody can start interacting. We have to create a community where everybody start helping from the heart without expectations. And again, if anybody wants to help the person in any shape or form, feel free to do so. The way, for example, I start doing it. Remember, this was from the Council of Nine and the Letorians idea. They told me how to do it. So I copied the idea in the best way that, I thought of, and my husband helped me with the site. He is the one that actually built the site, but somebody gotta probably help him run it.
Okay. Thanks, honey.
All right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hi, Kelly.
Hi.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
Fantastic. I want to know, how do you know when you've detoxed enough? Like, how do you know?
Very good. Okay. Depending of you, do you remember when you were, for example, a child, or when you were in your young age, you're always in a certain shape? You have to know some people, they for example, the bone is much stronger or much high, is much stronger or bigger. So they could be size 8 normally.
Yeah.
And some people like me, for example, I was very, very tiny, 0 to 2. That could be the ideal. It's normal. I was always like this as a gymnast, because I was a gymnast. And that's normal for me. But if you gain a lot of weight, and you're going to see over here, and you're going to see in the stomach, you're going to start detoxing through the protocol. And remember, you may get a little bit of nauseous, but I want to tell you, when you start juicing, there is no way you lose the nutrients, because it's actually so potent. And the reason why you're getting nauseous is because it's so potent. So that's why you drink only 2 cups, not more of it in the beginning, until you get the body used to be able to handle the frequency vibration of the potency of that juice. That's what you're training your body to do. So you're going to start detoxing on, elimination diet. You go into the juices until you drop to the proper size to look healthy. Normal size for you, because some people size 8 is normal, for some people size 2 is normal. So you gotta watch that protocol, because I'm not asking you to be a vegetarian. I can go into that, but I was trained and I have somebody talking to me. And the other thing, do not do that if you're diabetic, or if you have the liver and the kidney, because they told me it fluctuates so much. You need definitely intervention. And I talk about the Tree of Life in Arizona. On YouTube, you can find it. What was that video? Reversing diabetics in 30 days. And you're going to learn how to get there, depending on what type of diabetes. And everybody is detoxing and going, but it's a whole team of doctors that take care of you. So it's doable. I reversed the thyroid. So I can guarantee what I did from the thyroid. That's my experience in it. I'm not a doctor. I can't claim that you're going to get better for what I do because I was very strict of what I was doing. I don't know how somebody else will implement that in their life. So if they're not strict, they may not be able to achieve what I achieved. So that's why I'm saying it's a major commitment when you start doing this stuff. You have to really put your will in there in order to complete all this stuff.
Do you get road rage?
Road rage? If I'm upset about the... I have a temper, yes. And I think somebody already saw my temper a couple of times. And the only way you're going to see that if you try to overtake, and I've been very polite to you, I've been given. Recently, I had somebody telling me that how dare I go to a platform that people have to pay to see me, and that was major summit. But that is international summit. So in a summit, I cannot go and dictate somebody else's platform. The only reason you have here based on donations, energy, philanthropy, because Octave was so kind to decide to do that. Otherwise, they could have charged everybody $50 for each webinar. Imagine what Master Octave and I did in our name of humanity, because we're helping for free here for everybody. So I want to thank everybody that donated because they were able to update everything. I'm in front of an enormous screen right now and I can see you. So I can interact with you. So thanks for the support. But yes, I get upset, especially for friends.
So when you're getting upset, like now I have all this fear that I'm crystallizing the structure because I had this one lash out in traffic. And how long does it take before you create?
Oh, very good questions. Thank you, Kelly. I had situation like that, but what's happening is you're going to pull out and you're going to shift your emotion to think of something good. I usually talk to them, whatever, some kind of a conversation in my mind.
That's what I've been doing.
But when you do that or think of something completely different, if you don't talk to your guidance or somebody else.
Like, oh, look, that beautiful tree here.
Yeah. Oh, beautiful day, beautiful tree. Even if you see, remember I was saying, even if you see rain, say, thank you, rain. Thank you for talk to the rain. Why? Because rain is the part of the consciousness, part of the nanoparticle, and you're projecting it. How can you reject it? If you say, oh my God, it's keep raining, look at the snow. I'm doing exactly the opposite and say, thank you. Because remember, we were trying to neutralize to 0 point whatever I see, so I can create something new and shift into. Otherwise, if you reject it, it's going to come exactly the opposite, because that's what you've been doing. It's copying whatever frequency you end up putting in. So you put in rejection frequency, it's going to keep copying more and more and more. You're going to be like a loop constantly. Mm-hmm. So think of something positive the whole time to shift your emotions so you can start projecting a positive frequency. And then you're going to shift to a timeline of reality hologram that basically something positive will happen. And then you stay in a 0 point. And when you're in a 0 point, there's no time. By the time you turn around, you're going to be at home. Because I just experienced the other day this, I was in a car and here I am talking to myself and talking to them and doing something else while somebody was complaining next to me that is a traffic. And I didn't say anything because I understood that it's from their perspective in their reality. Because if I start explaining everything, not everybody wants to listen to me all the time with my quantum explanation. You know, all the time. You get tired sometimes all the time of saying stuff like
I'll never get tired of you.
Thank you, Kelly. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. That's all I have for right now.
Yes. All right. Anything else? Guys, come on out. Don't be shy. It's a party time. We can discuss a lot of stuff. Yes. Who else had a question? Hi, Sonia. Unmute. Unmute yourself, sweetheart. Hi. Hello. Speak out, please, so I can hear you. Very good.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I am. Yes.
Oh, thank God. Okay. I have a question. Since I'm from Balkan, from Serbia, and I'm very interested in, I know it's not some help to ask for future of each country, but can you tell me something about how it's going to be on this in Serbia, for example, in Balkan, how it's going to develop all these things, new energies. As you know, it is a little bit old structure, and how it will.
Okay, well, let's go through quantum now with you. First of all, remember that it's individual ascension. That means depending on your belief system, you're going to project what's happening in your country, because it's probability of timelines running simultaneously. And yet I can tell you that the end result is collapsing. Brand new will come. How is that going to happen? I don't know. I always know the end result. You need to pull out, and you need to do the manifestation protocol by imagining your country that is free energy, whatever you wish to project in your reality. That's what you need to think of. Make a scenario like you're making a script of a movie, and visualize that. Then I want you to put the emotion of joy and happiness and increase the vibration on and on and on through the heart, that you're loving what you're seeing, that you're so happy that your country is free, and I want you to feel it. If I tell you action, you're going to be the biggest actress. I want you to feel that, because when you do that, you're creating from your thoughts and your emotion from the heart, because you're projecting love towards the image, whatever you imagine, that becomes magnetic and gravitational field. And accordingly to that, you're going to increase to the point that you get like a goosebumps and tears start coming in. And so once you do that, you keep holding on and hold that vibration, because what you're doing is putting vibration into the field around you. And you're starting to put that code in order the quantum structure to give you probabilities so your country is free. Because if you see it in your imagination, that's a bylaw. You can't see something if it doesn't exist. So if you imagine your country free, that means whatever you end up seeing already exists in a quantum structure, because everything exists simultaneously. So bring that vibration to your reality by constantly putting the vibration from the heart, by believing and knowing that it's 100% true. And then you're going to start creating on and on realities that you're going to see systems are collapsing. Why? Because you end up shifting in a 5th-dimensional structure probabilities timeline. When everything is becoming for the name of humanity, because you start matching the new frequency of 5th-dimensional structure vibration.
Okay,
that makes sense?
Yes.
So
yes,
it's depending on your belief system. That's how it's going to be. Remember, fluctuating when I was saying you start fluctuating up and down, depend of your emotion. You need to learn that fluctuating realities. It's part 3, Marina Jacobi, Quantum Manifestation, part 3, fluctuating realities.
Okay.
It's a whole video for that. Number 2 and number 3, you're going to see. So it's Marina Jacobi, Quantum Manifestation. I want you to watch part 2, Mobilizing Structures for Neutrality, and part 3, which is Fluctuating Realities.
Okay, I was watching 2, but 3 I think I didn't watch.
You need 3 for exactly what I'm saying, because you fluctuate and depends on your belief system. You're going back and forth, and it becomes mini, more. And whatever the vibration you're staying more into, that's what you're going to project in the end. So be very careful how you project your thoughts and emotion in your belief system, because depending on the belief system, that's what you're going to project in the end. So stay in a positive by knowing, imagine it, and do the manifestation protocol the way we talk.
I'll do my best.
All right. Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Anybody else, guys? Yeah. Who's next?
Marina, I have another question, if it's okay.
Yeah, sure.
A lot of the people in the QHHT, quantum healing, the hypnosis therapy, are seeing that there's going to be an energy shift real soon.
Oh, yes.
What do you have to say about that? Anything?
Yes, I also said that in another interview. I said the end result, and this was from the 11-dimensional beings, and they did say that basically it's going to be a completely brand new hologram ascension process. The end result is basically new platforms of holograms. That's what they said. And again, remember, it's individual. The people that are going to see this wave of form and all the transitioning, interstellar, intergalactic, or staying with the planet and helping the planet are the ones that resonating and grabbing the frequency of 5th-dimensional structure timeline.
Okay.
how it works. So yes, there will be event, but how you're going to see this event, how you're going to experience is going to be individual experience. Remember, it's particle, guys. So everybody individually, depending on their resonance vibration, how they hold, how much they've learned, whatever they did, is going to basically see this type of reality.
I see.
Right now, for example, we're running in 5th dimensional. That's why we're talking. We're running and fluctuating. And yet, Vaughn, you have your own reality. I have my own reality. And yet, we kind of coexist. Why? Because we're creating 1 + 1 = 3. That's a quantum structure. So if you learn how to implement the quantum structure in the everyday life, it's going to get more easier.
Okay.
In understanding, deeper understanding what's really happening. So yes, it's going to be a shift. For some people could be instantaneous. Some people already bilocating. There's a lady, and I never saw her again online. I think it was in Portal to Ascension. I forgot her name. She literally bilocates in 5th dimensional structure, because 5D Earth already, that is completely done. Everything exists. What we're doing is transitioning step by step by step. And why is that? I asked that question. The reason is because if right now, for example, I completely ascend to 5 dimensional structure and I'm there, everybody has for example, some kind of things to do in the name of humanity. If you're in that team, for example, if that was your agreement, well, if I didn't do that with the quantum structure, this material is not going to be available. I agreed to do something like this. Well, if I pop out of this reality and go now, who is going to do the quantum structure? Obviously, this was my agreement. So that's why I'm also going through the transition to the time until it's another level, which they're asking me to do now. And this is all through dieting, because I got to merge different timeline of reality.
Okay.
So that's what I'm learning, and that's what I'm not being very good at, because I have to go into complete specific diet into it.
See.
You know, I'm trying my best. I'm not trying my best. If I try my best by now, I'll complete it. That's the truth. So I will do my best again. I'll try again.
Okay. Do you have any idea how soon this energy wave is coming through, or you just say it's just individual?
They just told me it's already here. You haven't transitioned in time.
Oh, okay. Have you felt that? Personally, have you felt it?
For me, it was 2012 into a timeline of switch of the timelines, yes. But now you see the process of it until all of a sudden you're going to see complete the thing. When exactly, I'm not told.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, they just told me it's going to be in a collective momentum. Okay. Hi, Kelly.
Hi. I cry all the time when I meditate. My eyes, I just go into, I connect, and then I feel so much love and gratitude, and I just start, tears just start flowing.
That's a vibration, yeah, because imagine how much love we have from within. And imagine you project this moment to moment and everything you do in life. And all your realities are going to crystallize according to that. And you're going to think of something, and it's going to come through synchronicity, somehow you're going to.
I thought I was broken.
I got into tears when
It's just nonstop. As soon as I sit down.
Oh, yeah. Beautiful. It's pure. That's making you cry.
So it's my connection to source then that's really...
Yeah, it's just so pretty and it's so beautiful when you get to that state.
Overwhelming.
You get like a goosebumps and tears start coming out.
Yeah. Every time I meditate, as soon as I...
So you're doing the vibration. So do that vibration with everything you want to manifest. Remember, I was telling you the manifestation protocol.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, who is next? Odin? Odin? I cannot pronounce the name. Is he there? Oh, he's on mute. Do you have a question? No.
Yes, I have a couple.
Yeah.
Can you hear me okay? Okay. Questions appearing from the discussion.
I don't hear you, sweetheart. Can you please turn off your video and unmute yourself? Okay, can you talk now to see if it's gonna work out?
Yeah, I think it's there. We just had to try. There was a question from
No.
Ricky's comments, something about, for example, using comfrey in this marina water. If that could work to heal the bone, for example.
Oh, you mean to crystallize water to heal the bone?
Yeah, so one way to add structure is to add the herb itself or to have the sound of the herb, I guess.
That's depending. This you need a complete technology for that. We need a machine for that. This has to be very precise, and that has to be vibration has to be measured. So it's not just going to happen with crystallizing water. You need a specific machine to measure up everything. It's be very, very precise so you can rebuild the bone structure, reprint the DNA of the bone structure. And this could be also done with the computer algorithm, the artificial intelligence, fifth-dimensional AI. It's going to mimic.
So you're saying, okay, so using comfrey wouldn't be enough. You would have to do something more.
Display frequencies like that. It has to. That's why they give something which is basically shifting the body in a proper team, but is not like rebuilding of rebuilding. That's something different. This will give you to boost up the immune system in the body to stay in a proper frequency for itself, but to exactly rebuild the structure itself has to be extremely precise frequencies that you have to play with. Yeah.
Okay, so how can we go about developing
technology,
this?
the new technology, and for this specific pods that they do stuff like this, we need also free energy. And the free energy, as you guys know, is already here. It has to be released. Not go in the negative. Know that it's already here. How it's going to happen, I have no idea, but I know we have it, and I'm just enjoying the moment because I know the end result is humanity is free, and that's how I'm acting. Like we're free right now. They told me to tell everybody that you're free already. Don't think it's going to happen and it's coming. I want you to feel the vibration right now that you're free, that you're so happy, that we are in a fifth-dimensional structure, that we interacting with each other, helping each other. That's what I want you to feel, because the vibration in and now, what you choose to feel is what you create the next momentum. Okay. Thanks so much for your question. Yes.
Relating to the.
Sorry, I can't hear him. Hi, Billy. Do you have a question? Oh, who is that?
I do, if it's my turn.
Oh, whose turn is that? Billy definitely answered.
Well, there was another question, but I don't know.
Oh, what is your question, sweetheart? Tell me if we can hear you.
No, it was another idea from the chat about how to check the frequency of the water, like to see if it was.
You gotta measure it through devices. It has to be measured through devices, very precise.
But could it also be helpful just to have like a visual image of the water? Like there's
you can project visually, and you can do that. But if we're gonna have to go through the technology, that's how it is.
No, there's a test where you take a drop of the water and you can let it dry, and you can look under a microscope just to see.
Yeah, that's from the Japanese guy that did it. Yes. That means the power of your thought is projecting into the quantum structure, and the water is a conductor and is mimicking exactly.
Yeah, so could that be a way to just see if the water is sort of in the right state and that it's not contaminated?
You can do that if you have a device to measure it. Because remember, everything is happening from the thought anyway. So
no, there's some tests where they see how the thoughts also affects the water, and they see difference in the structure. It's basically just like basically like this is a German sort of further development similar to Emoto, but
I don't know. Emoto was the one that discovered this.
Yeah, that's with the ice crystal. So this is more like a
Yes.
drop that's drying. So it's slightly different method, but maybe it's also a way to do it. Because
There's a lot of
easy to
methods you
do,
can
very
implement that. It just the technology has to be available, the precise technology, not the ones that is just something twitching there, and then people think that they're doing something. You know.
Okay.
So you have to find the right technology. But thank you so much for your question.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Thank you. Who is next? Who is next? Who? Hi, Billy.
Hi, is it my turn?
Hi. Yes.
All right. Well, I have a question. I have a lot of people emailing me on my site about this, like, reevaluation of currency, and this, like, global currency reset. And
Yes.
are really confused by it, and I feel like it's either a big distraction, a trap, or if it's something really good for humanity. I'm not really...
It could be both, depending on how you look at it. But I heard cryptocurrency, that we're moving into crypto. I didn't hear Bitcoin. Okay. There's another thing you need to know that they end up saying is that a lot of funds of the transition may disappear when it's digital, because they said that there's some kind of code. Literally, the money will disappear. And it's like triggers, and you can't find it. And when it's operated this way, you can't sue anybody, because nobody, it's crypto. Anybody can put everything inside, and you don't have anybody accountable for whatever is happening. So I'm just taking the right, and I'm not suspicious. I just know that I have whatever I need, and I don't get involved in a crypto, because right now is a transition in time. So you're going to see a lot of collapse of systems, you know, but to rely only on that, it's transition time. So I would be cautious of my approach. And then you need to understand that for cryptocurrency, in order to just find one Bitcoin, you know, for the Bitcoin, you need massive amount of computers, and is enough space. And imagine somebody wants to do something like this. What I found out was that you need the transaction has to be instantaneous, and there's no way the Bitcoin will be able to process this transaction instantaneous if you so many people. So you better understand what's really going on there. I would be more cautious of my approach with that. Keep both sides, and don't put all your funds in one position, because right now is nobody accountable. I just had a situation with somebody that somebody put the wrong code, and all the money was tied up into a cryptocurrency. They cannot take one paper out, anything, because it's all automatic. And nobody can switch the stuff so they can change the code, because somebody by mistake ended up putting the wrong code to get money or something. The system recognized it as something, shut down, and the person cannot take their money, and all the money is tied up there. So now they called everywhere, and nobody's answering them, because it's computerized. There's no system behind it, no people to answer and override it. So you got to be very careful how you do that, because this is not the first time I end up hearing this happening to people. They can't take their money out, because you don't have anybody operationally doing stuff there.
Right. And these people, they kind of email me about like buying currencies like dinar, dong, and zim.
Yeah, and I end up buying something like this, and in the end, my guys laugh at me, because I had somebody calling me a couple of times and tell me, oh my God, the system is going to collapse, you better buy something. And she was flipping out. And I'm going, oh my God. So I even told my husband, listen, and because they were saying that when the system collapses, there will be a number, and everybody's going to call this number, and you're going to receive whatever millions of dollars. Well, guess what? Didn't happen the way they said it. And my guys were laughing. And on top of everything, the people that had the number, they were not giving the number to everybody. They were giving the number only in very special people. And you tell me if this is in the name of humanity, when you're stopping the information from everybody else. If it's for the entire humanity, what gives you the right to stop the information and give it to everybody when somebody is asking you specifically for it? Are you that special? So you have to be very careful how you do stuff like that. And I've seen this from people that I would never think of they would do something like that. So that's why stay in the heart. And of course, the reason why this is happening because of the belief system. Stay in the positive by knowing that everything is working, include all the structures, and play the game. You just don't worry. Know that the end result is in the name of humanity, because you're going to see all these systems collapsing. They already are. By the time you turn around, something new happens. But only you're going to see that if you stay in a heart structure. Remember that. That's why I cannot say more about staying in a heart structure. Thanks so much, Billy. Good question. I would be cautious in my approach.
All right, thank you.
Who is Kim?
Hi, Marina. I just wanted to ask a question on behalf of Dory, who's on the phone and she can't connect with you. And her question about 20 minutes into the call was, how do we detox from chemtrails, aluminum, barium, strontium?
Very good question.
And also, how about EMF from smartphones and Wi-Fi? And lastly, from radiation from Fukushima.
Oh, very good question. Well, shift into another timeline. We discussed about that. Stop thinking that you're being poisoned. Stop thinking you take an action to healthy food. Take an action towards knowing that you're healthy, and take the action by buying the proper food and buying the stuff. What they told me is that the new frequency that is coming, a fifth dimensional from the central sun, guess what, people? It's literally transforming the nanoparticles in these chemtrails to normal. That's what they told me, and this was just recently. So I'm completely relaxed because I want to neutralize it and say to them, thank you, chemtrail, for existing, because it's part of my hologram at this time. But now I'm choosing to switch my channel. So thank you for the existence, because remember, you cannot reject your own projection in a hologram. Neutralize whatever you see. Neutralize the poison, neutralize the vaccines, everything, because you chose to experience this type of reality. How are you going to know what is negative? We never experience it. Energy is energy. You need to know the alchemy of this energy, the alchemy of creation. How are you going to know the alchemy when you never went through the experience? So don't take it as a negative. Transform it. There was a video that I did with Joe Pena from the Littorians, and they told me, stop, transform, and move on. You're going to stop when you notice what that is. Get to the 0 point of neutrality, give a gratitude, and then start transforming through manifestation and move on. Because 2 seconds ago, when you saw the chemtrail and you move over here, has nothing to do. You end up imprinting yourself in a brand new hologram of Earth that chemtrail doesn't exist. But you got to put it in belief 100% that is not there. Or even if you see it, neutralize it. And keep doing it on and on and on and on, because it was so much accumulation in your consciousness, then simply you need to clear it out, like you cleaning a pot. You got to scrub it and you got to let it be, but you know it's the pot. Eventually it's going to be clean if you keep working on it. So the same thing you do with the chemtrails is transformation, is transforming right now, and do not reject your own creation, shift into another timeline. And now you know the alchemy, how to do it. So don't take it as a negative, it's an experience.
Okay, so that's the same thing then with the cell phones too? You don't worry about the cell phone?
Absolutely the same thing. I'm thinking that's fine. I'm doing the best that I can. I know that new technology is here, new stuff are happening here, and that's all I'm thinking. And I'm taking action this way. If I see something to block the phone, I'll do it. I don't leave the phone next to my head. I put it aside or stuff like this. I do not reject the technology. I love the technology. You know, why not have it? The technology is experience that we decided to go through. Because if you reject it, then you start creating something that is not going to resonate with your consciousness, because you end up rejecting it. Transform it.
That sounds good. Dory says, thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, sweetheart. Hi, Kim. Who? Ken. Oh, Ken. Hi. I cannot see it. Oh, Cam. Okay. Like a camera.
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Hi.
Hi, my question is kind of connected to the answer you kind of gave us already. Namely, the procedure that we need to do crystallize, like you said, to raise our vibration and to the point that we have tears coming out of our eyes.
Okay.
How often do you do it? A few times a day?
Very good question. I got the question. I'll get it. So the question is from Chemist. When we do the manifestation protocol and we visualize it and hold the vibration, when we lift it up from our emotions, for how long? Right? Is that your question?
And
or
how long and how often? Yes.
How often? Yes. How long? First, how long you're going to hold that vibration when you shift up to goosebumps and tears is going to be as long as you can handle that vibration. If you cannot handle anymore, then when you drop it completely, once you projected it, it's already in a quantum structure. Think of it as a computer code that you end up giving. And you don't need to do it second time. The only reason why something may happen, if you get in doubt and despair and you say, well, I projected it, but nothing happens. Well, you had expectations how things to happen and you end up blocking the process. So don't have expectations. Once you put it and really do it, you keep taking action on and on and on until eventually you project it and becomes part of something that is not visual to you in your reality. That's how it works. So keep going, like relentless, nonstop, because once you put it there, it's there. The only reason it may not appear if you stop it, get into despair, get into doubt. And if you doubt, remember we have videos about mini, mini, mo. If you put a doubt, then you fluctuate. And you fluctuate through the realities. What you're going to project in the end is whatever you end up vibrating and believing into. More of it. You know, whatever vibration was more of it. Okay.
Right. So I keep repeating the action.
Keep repeating the action by knowing that you already have it and you're searching for it like a game. I know I projected it because right now, Kim, if I end up hiding this pencil in this room and I come to you and I say, find the pencil, you're going to go absolutely out of your mind. The whole day you may search for it and you're going to say, I know the pencil is here. And you're going to go this direction, that direction, anywhere because you know very well that the pen is here. You will never stop until you find it because you know 100% that I put the pen in this room. The same thing you're going to do when you're trying to manifest.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you so much. Hi, Erica, or who is that? Slavika? Hi, Slavika. Is she getting a mute? Do you have a question, sweetheart?
No, I don't. I just changed from my phone to my computer.
Oh, very well.
I'll put it on mute. Yeah.
All right. Thank you. Anybody question?
Marina, may I ask one more question?
Yes, please.
I wanted to ask just about if I, for example, don't have any connections, I was watching on your webinars and I was reading that a lot of people have some kind of connections like with higher frequency beings and they come to some portals or they pass or they don't pass the portal. I don't have this kind of experience. I don't have some strange dreams or vivid dreams, like I don't know how you call it. Is it the point, is it possible to get to higher frequency without that? Or is it some state of my body, my mind that is blocking me?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, of course it's possible if by agreement you have to go through whatever you're doing. But that's why I suggested go to and try to do lucid dreaming. So you try through that platform, and because you don't know and through what platform you can start getting connection, and that's because you're going to be challenged to learn something else. Don't forget, I had automatic writing that I had to learn. And then when the automatic writing, after the automatic writing 2010, 2011, they start teaching me telepathic. So this was all, process. And maybe it was because now I can tell you that you got to practice or you got something, because there's some people that literally they see something popping out and they don't know the process of it. I know the process of it. So that's what I say, don't discourage, just try different approaches, because there's no way you're not connected. You believe that you're not connected, and because of your belief system, you're projecting synchronicities to give you not connection. Do you understand now?
Okay.
So I will know that I'm connected, I will feel it, and I will be like the game. I will try lucid dreaming, I will try automatic writing, I will try something else. You're going to search everywhere in the hologram so you can project it, because if you think of it and know and believe that you're connected, there's no way you're not connected. You creating a reality and projecting realities to give you something to block you from connection. Do you see the difference?
Yes, I understand. And this dreaming, like vivid dreams, it is lucid dreams. It is something that we can learn just like that, or it is something that comes from heart, just.
No, for example, some people just pop out of the reality and they start doing lucid dreaming. I had to train myself. I ended up reading the book of Nick Barrett. I was talking about him. If you go on my website in the store for the books, I have the books there.
Okay.
Or find him on YouTube, Nick Barrett, and watch the videos. I trained for 2 weeks, and I started reading the books. I merged myself into the knowledge, and within the second week, I ended up waking up in my dream. Make sure when you wake up in a dream, you don't get too excited, oh my God, because you're going to pop out. You have to be steady, collective, when you do the stuff, and then you say, oh, I'm in a lucid dream. Oh my God, I'm, awake. And while you're dreaming, and give a code, whatever you want to do. And whatever you want to do, all of a sudden I open a portal. I knew that immediately, in order for shift to a reality, I opened a portal, and I did it twice. But I was not allowed to get in a spacecraft. I was stopped twice because I have to do it from another platform.
I understand.
So your agreement could be completely different than mine. That's why I try any type of team, because the journey is the lesson. You gain a lot of lessons this way.
Okay. I'll do my best. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. We have like a couple of minutes. Perhaps last question, and I just want to say thank you and goodbye to everybody, but I have a moment for one last question. Jason? Yes? No? Yeah, one more question if anybody has one. Anyone? Come on, people. Hi, Ricky. Hi, you again.
Sorry, I don't mean to hog the space.
That's how it is.
Sorry. She
took an action, people. That's why this is happening.
I just recently found you, and so I had heard a lot about the harmonic reactor, and I thought it was more of a scientific literature, but now I'm starting to feel that it maybe is for everyone. Is it for everyone?
Yes, very good question. Thank you. Yes, it is for everybody, because what you're doing when you read the harmonic reactor is based on a 5th dimensional sequence. Basically, when you read it, it's starting to rewire your synapses and start triggering your consciousness in DNA. That's what I said, read it, because if you read it, it's triggering something. And not only that it's triggering your DNA and your consciousness of the, and the synapses, but also you're starting to project that into the quantum structure for 5th dimensional timeline, and goes into the collective of probabilities. Yeah. So you're actually doing service to humanity when you read it.
Yeah, that's okay. I feel so happy, because I feel like I'm right on everything that you said.
Right on. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. So that's it, right? Bye.